Okay, so you finally logged in and you should see the screen. Now, if you already logged in, then you already know that you'll probably have a design here or even a second or third design, depending on how many create new designs you've done. If you never logged in and this is your first time, realize that the very first thing I want you to do is to come to this create new design button and I want you to click on it. So go ahead and click on this create new design button. And when you do, TinkerCAD will load. And when it loads, it will give you the screen. On the screen, this is called your workspace, your work area, where this big blue, like flat square shape is called the work plane, where whenever you bring one of these shapes out, it will start on this work plane. Now, in case you're wondering or you haven't figured it out, TinkerCAD is a 3D program. The CAD part is short for computer aided drafting. So in some ways, this is your first step to doing 3D. Unlike Photoshop, where everything we did was 2D, everything in TinkerCAD will be 3D. You could use this program to do simple things like design like a car or a toy. Some of your objects can be even used to design like a sign or items to be 3D printed. Now, I mention all of this because if you make it to Digital 2, you'll notice that, or if you talk to anyone in Digital 2, excuse me, they'll tell you that that's what they're working on. They're working in TinkerCAD to create 3D objects and shapes. So you're going to be doing the same thing as well. That said, the very first thing I'm going to teach you, like in Photoshop, is that you can undo. And if you remember, when you undo in Photoshop, it's Control Z and Control Alt Z. In TinkerCAD, it's just Control Z. So if I wanted to undo, like how I changed this box, this cube, I press Control Z, you'll see it goes back to its original shape. And if I can press Control Z again, you'll see that all my items start disappearing back to where it was at the beginning. Before you even go even further, what I want you to also pay attention to is this up here. Right up here is the name of your file. And you know the very first thing I tell you at all times, change your file name. So before you begin, start pulling out shapes and playing with them if you haven't already, go ahead, or if you already have, stop what you're doing, come up here, and I want you to click. Yours might not say Mighty Robo, but it will say something. So go ahead, click on there, and because we're playing around or because you're watching this video and following along, I want you to go ahead and just call it classwork. Now, as usual, I will give you a file name. So if you do call it classwork, also get in the habit of putting your name the way I always ask you to, which is put your first initial and your last name. I know I have a pair of twins who I've told it do the other way, put your first name and your last initial. Probably the only exception to that rule. Otherwise, yes, I want you to always name your file. Please get in the habit. Once you've done that, go ahead and press enter. And yeah, if you haven't done so already, pull a shape out, pull several shapes out, or realize that you have some more complex shapes like letters and numbers. Or if we come down to characters, I believe that yes, you can build a little guy and give them like things like a mustache. And as you see, he's got a spacesuit. You can give him a beanie. And just play around play around with it for a few seconds and like get familiar with what's here and see what's there. All right. Once you're done playing around, I want you to go ahead and go watch the next video.